Hey guys, CJ again. Last video probably for a couple of weeks. Little Saturday morning project I rigged up was hooking up a rain barrel today. Real quick, these rain barrels, you know, they're nice to have around. I live in Florida, we get a lot of rain. This is not big enough for the amount of rain that's going to come off of this gutter, but it'll work for now. This is just kind of to test it. But I just went ahead and got, new bit of downspout, angled pipe. This 55-gallon barrel I found on the side of the interstate had a big square cut in it, and it had a bunch of cracks in it. I think it may have been used as like a live well on a dock or something. There were a bunch of fish scales in it when I picked it up, but I caulked up all the holes in the cracks this morning, let that dry up. Had a Lowe's run yesterday. I got a ball valve spigot right here. I drilled a 3/4 inch hole. This is a 1/2 inch spigot, and it almost fits in the hole, so when you actually screw it in, it tightens everything up. So essentially I should not have a leak on this. And then up here I did just a regular twist spigot that, for a little bit of an overflow, will go down into a 25-gallon barrel that I can move around the yard. And again, I found that one on the side of the interstate. And I got a 45 or a 50-gallon barrel I'll be hooking up in sometime later that I again found on the interstate. Now this is the south side of my house. This is just one little 4x4 square I'm working on. I've got some tomato seeds planted in that cage over there. And then this bunk over here, I've got sunflowers planted down. They're starting to come up. I've also got some corn in here. Pardon my dog. I'm pretty much just going to use this to make almost like a shade screen for this plot over here. This bit of PVC I've got right here, I actually rigged up to use on a different garden bed over there. We still have one of them up. There was another one on that second set of beds, but they only work with the hose. So my plan is I'm going to cut this one short and plug up some of the drain holes I have in it already, so that I can get it to line up where I need it to over here. Once this is completely planted, I'll be able to just come over, turn the valve from off, or turn the valve on, let it run down the pipes, water everything pretty well, then shut it off. And depending on how this one goes, I'll be setting up more barrels on the rest of the house based off of this one. And before you say it's going to fill up with bugs, I already do kind of have a plan for that. It rains in the summertime here almost every single day. There should almost always be at least probably a foot of water in here. If I start having issues with mosquitoes, I'm just going to pick up some of the like 12-cent goldfish at PetSmart and drop them in. They eat mosquito larvae and they can breathe air, so they're not going to have that big of an issue. And this water is solely for watering the garden. Maybe flushing the toilet if our water ever goes out, but that's unlikely. And the goldfish will be able to eat mosquito larvae and any algae that starts to grow in here. But I put this together pretty easily. It wasn't that difficult. I used the plastic rain gutter or downspout. I was able to just cut it right up there with a box cutter. I kind of guessed on the length. I did actually have to screw it into the frame on the side there because it was just going to be too much weight and too much of an angle for that support right there. It would have fallen off. So it's supposed to rain tomorrow. We'll see how well this will work out. And hopefully I won't have to use the hose to water my garden anymore. I will be doing more videos updating on my little bit of garden right here as time progresses. This is where I'm going to be testing out a lot of the Survival Boxes garden seeds. Like the tomatoes I planted almost a week ago, and I still don't have anything popping up yet. Hopefully they'll pop up soon, or I might just try a couple more and see what they do. The sunflowers I planted on the same day, and they're growing already pretty well. The zoom on this camera is amazing for how cheap it is. Most of the rest of the stuff in our garden we didn't actually plant. We have a bunch of lettuce that's left over from seeds last year. They just started growing on their own. And over there we have a bunch of onions that we planted. We also have some volunteer lettuce. There's some tomatoes that popped up on their own. A couple of vining plants, whether it be cucumbers, zucchini, watermelon, we're not sure yet. And there's even a pepper plant that came up over there all on its own. So we'll see how well that bit does. But this video has already been a bit longer than I thought it was. And I got way off topic. So thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, comment, constructive criticism, whatever you feel I deserve. Thank you very much.